We speak student!
Things fall apart. A la Shmoop. You think you've got daddy issues? Try growing up with my pops, Okonkwo.
Looks like I got dinner again.
I was never good enough for Mr. Big Successful Yam Farmer. No siree. I think he wanted me to be a mini version of him,
I'll call him Mini-Me.
which is certainly rich because Okonkwo sure didn't win any Father of the Year awards. Need an example? Check this out. Okonkwo sort of inherited this hostage kid from another tribe, which was okay because Ikemefuna turned out to be a pretty cool dude. Dad liked him too. In fact, he liked Ike a lot more than he liked me. But that didn't stop him from going all Texas Chainsaw Massacre when the tribe decided to kill Ike. You see, Dad didn't want the guys to think he was weak, so he let his machete do the talking.
Say hello to my little friend.
Nobody really wanted to get on Okonkwo's bad side after that. Dad was really big on respect. In fact, the only person he ever gave a fig about besides the adopted son he sliced in half was his daughter, Ezinma. I know her name sounds like a skin condition, but she's my half-sister, so watch it. When she got sick, Okonkwo was all, "I'll save you," and made her a special medicine. The guy never so much as gave me a Band-Aid.
Hey, gimme those.
But karma finally caught up with Okonkwo when he shot a kid during a tribal 21-gun salute. Unfortunately, there aren't a whole lot of gun safety classes in Nigeria. Since he didn't mean to whack the kid, he only got 7 years of exile from the village.
Guilty.
Naturally, I started planning the mother of all house parties,
Party!
but it turns out I had to go with him into the boonies.
You see, Simba, we eat the humans, and so goes the circle of life.
News from the home front wasn't great. Apparently, the whites took out a bunch of neighboring villagers that killed a tourist. Anyway, those pesky evangelists started trickling into our neighborhood, and their peace and love spiel sounded a lot better than my dad's slice and dice policy. When Pops got back after his 7-year timeout, he was super angry to find the white man taking over his stomping grounds and changing things up in a big way.
It's so much better this way, don't you think?
So we burned their church. That little shenanigan landed Okonkwo in prison for a while. Dad was on fire for revenge,
Freedom!
and he got pretty PO'd that no one wanted to back him up, so he killed himself. The tribe was really upset about it, but they still knuckled under to the missionaries, and all Okonkwo's efforts got him was a paragraph in a white guy's book. Sure, my dad was a jerk, but in the end, he deserved more respect than he died with, so long, Pops. This yam's for you.
I'll call him Mini-Me.